Hi everybody. I thought I'd get on today and do a product review of my little chest freezer that I've talked about on my prior videos. You can kind of see it in the background there. I'm gonna show you I'll show it to you, how I use it, and I'll talk about the details of it, how much it costs, and all that, this, that, and the other. Okay, so hold on just a moment. I'm gonna take video with my phone and hop right back on. Okay guys, so here is my freezer. It is a 5 cubic foot freezer, so it's kind of tiny. It takes just a regular plug-in. I have it plugged in right here in one of those surge protector jobbies, only because the cord itself doesn't reach my plug-in. So I wanted to show you the controls are pretty simple, very, very simple and easy. This over here on this side is a drain. So when you get ready to defrost it, and it's an Arctic King, very simple. There you go. Okay, so it comes with this little tray thing that moves around, and you can actually take it out. I'm going to try to do it with one hand. And there's another tray in it that I just, it was one that I have used in a cooler before. As you can see, I went to the bread store the other day and got some bread. So this little tray right here it's an old tray that I got out of a cooler. And it fit in here pretty well, and I don't have the cooler anymore, so I thought I would use it. I'm going to put that down. So it's not bad room in here. The room in here is not bad. I mean, I'm one person and I have a garden. So, there's a lot in here for one person. However, for a small family, it's got a little bit of a buildup right here on the side. Anyway, this is a turkey. My grocery store had turkeys for 49 cents a pound at Thanksgiving, so I got one. And this is all my garden stuff. This is how I freeze it. See, I put it in little bags. That's my pumpkin. I put it in little bags like this, lay it flat in the freezer. Then when it's frozen, you can stack it up like this. I've got quite a few in there. These are my onions. I grow onions in my garden, and those are my onions. This right here is stock. This is my bone broth. You've heard me talk about that before, guys. So I'm going to show you how to make that in another video. But anyway, that's it. I also keep right on the side here. This is a magnetic clip. This is a freezer inventory. And I'm going to shut the camera off, my phone off, and I will show you a little bit more about that. But anyway, that's it. That's my freezer. Fits quite a bit of stuff. Plenty big enough for me. Okay? Okay, so that was my freezer. You could see all the stuff I have in there. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff stored in there. There was only one turkey. I actually would have bought more turkeys at 49 cents a pound. That's a great deal. And I would have bought more, but I had more in my freezer at the time, and I didn't have room for it. So I only got one turkey, but that's okay. So anyway, I bought that from Walmart. A lot of people don't think Walmart has appliances like that, but they do. They have a lot more online than they do in the store. So I ordered mine online, and like I said before, I thought, well, I've ordered things from Walmart before, and it came to my local store, and I went there to pick it up. They sent me a text, and I went and picked it up when it came in. So I thought this would be the same thing. Well, I never got a text, and I was getting kind of concerned. Well, it got delivered right to my door. This big honking truck came up to my door, and I just happened to be here, luckily, and the guy, he carried it in. I mean, it's real small, as you can see. It was light enough for me to carry it through my apartment, so that was no problem. It was packed really well. It had wood and all kinds of insulation around it. I mean, it was packed really well. There was a lot of packaging to it. It took me I had to go to the dump. It took me one whole trip. So anyway, and I paid around $2.50 for it, which that shocked me because probably, let me think how long ago I got my other one. Probably got my other one 4 years ago. My other one was, I think it's a 10 or 12 cubic foot one. And that was $250, and I got that at Home Depot. But I got a couple discounts on it, and they were having a sale. So I think with the combination of all that, I got a super deal on the bigger one. So I thought this was pretty high. But anyway, $250, that's not too bad. A small family, boy, that would be excellent for a small family. You could have a little backyard garden and keep your stuff in there. It's just so great because I love to buy things when they're on sale, like that turkey. 49 cents a pound. I'm just a single person, but I would have bought 2 or 3 if I'd had room. So, if you're a small family and, you're trying to save money, that's a great way to do it. So $250 might be a lot to shell out in the short run, but in the long run, it would save you so much money because you could buy bulk of the things that are on sale. So anyway, it's an Arctic King, like I said, and it comes with this manual and this little scraper jobby. I think this is supposed to clip on inside somewhere because it's got those little round thingies there. I think it's supposed to clip on the freezer somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where. Anyway, I got that with it so that when I defrost it, I can have that. And then this is an important thing for me. The energy guide, it's only supposed to cost like $26 a year to run that thing. Now, from what I read on Consumer Reports, the older freezers are very inefficient. So it pays you to go ahead and spend the money and get a newer freezer because the old ones, and they last forever, but the old ones, even though they're still running, do cost you a lot more in the long run with electricity. And I also clip this right on the side of my freezer. This is my freezer inventory. And as you can see, I've got things erased and numbers changed and all that. I do it in pencil so that I can erase things, as I get in. The biggest problem I find is remembering to take things off or put things on when you take things in and out of your freezer. And that's really a great tool. I found that once I did my freezer inventory, I use stuff in my freezer a lot more. It's great to take your freezer inventory and go over it when you're doing your weekly grocery list. When you're getting ready to go grocery shopping, you can plan your meals by that. It really does help. So if you can do that, and I just wrote it on in a pencil from some composition book that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, something like that. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. But anyway, between that little freezer and my freezer and my refrigerator, I have a lot of freezer space. And why I really like my freezer, we all have weeks that are more difficult than others, and there are some weeks when I really don't have enough left over to buy food. That's no big deal. I can just go in my freezer and get stuff. So that, when you have a little bit of a stockpile like that, it is so very helpful when you have tight times, so for like I said, for a family, I'm single and I still have one, but I had a freezer the entire time when my kids were growing up, when they were little, and we had a garden then too. So between, my garden and finding all the great buys, like I said, I go to the bread store, I go to the bread thrift store, and I get things on sale. Like last week, my grocery store had 2 really good buys on 2 things. Bananas, 39 cents a pound, and cucumbers, 69 cents each. So I went to the store and all I got was cucumbers and bananas. And I'm going to take those bananas after they ripen up a little bit more and I freeze them. I take them out of the skin, put them in a baggie and put them in the freezer, and they're great for smoothies. And even though they're frozen, they're soft enough so you can break off just the piece size that you want. Makes your smoothie nice and thick, and it's fantastic. Oh my gosh, it's a great little money saver. So anyway, if you guys are thinking about getting one, I really like this one. The delivery to my door was fantastic. And I have no complaints with the freezer. It works fantastic. There was a little bit of frost buildup in there I noticed today, but it's no big deal to me. Maybe the cover needs to be tightened up a little bit more. I don't know. So I can always, check that out. But boy, and I've got it in my bedroom. So, my bigger one, I only got rid of it because I really didn't have... This apartment's bigger than the one I had before, but it's arranged differently with all these big, huge windows. There's not a lot of wall space. So if I had kept my bigger one, it would have covered up the windows. wouldn't have looked good from the outside, and it was just too big. So I did get rid of it. One thing that I do with my freezer that is going to sound really off the wall and weird to you guys, but my naturopathic doctor told me to do this. I have allergies, and one of the big allergies I have is dust. So dust mites get in my pillows and sheets and your mattress and things like that. So you have to be meticulously clean about your bedding when you have a dust allergy like I do. And my naturopathic doctor said that you can put your pillows in a high heat dryer, which, as if you've watched my videos before, you know not that long ago, I got a dryer only about 8 months ago. So I never had a dryer. Or she told me you can put them in your freezer. So when it kills the dust mites, I put them in there for about 12 hours. So my bigger freezer, I definitely could fit. I have 2 body pillows and 2 regular pillows, and I would put them all in my freezer once a week, and it really works great. Makes a big difference in my stuffiness when I get up in the morning. So believe it or not, I used to put my pillows in my freezer, and this one's too small. I can't. There's too much in it, and my pillows won't fit. Every once in a while, the one pillow that I lay on, I can put in there. Like now, I could put my pillow in there. It's one of those memory foam jobbies, so I can like squish it in there. So that's kind of the only drawback about having the smaller one, but the other one was really too big. I mean, my goodness, it was just one person. There's no need for me to have a freezer that big. But it was convenient in a lot of other ways. So anyway, that's my freezer product review. If you guys are thinking of it, boy, go for it. I mean, there's so much you can do, money-saving things that you can do, and so it can save you money in the long run. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. All right, everybody, have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.